What living organism in our solar system could possibly have done worse for America than what they have handed us? Now, if that doesn't work, my friends, then you must send the most powerful message that we, the people, are in charge. Then millions of Americans must band together the way you are here and refuse to pay their taxes in a national tax rebellion. Followed by a massive march on Washington, where you do not ask, you demand the following. I am suggesting, but you must come up with your own list. You have to find the common ground with whoever you call the opposition. If, as Americans, we can't find the common ground based on our principles, then our country is lost. These are my 5. You have to come up with yours. 1, demand, not ask, that the United States Congress does what they require you to do, balance their budget. My friends, if that doesn't happen, the hemorrhaging will continue. It is the main obstacle. It is the main inducement for them to continue to do what they're doing now. Spend and spend irresponsibly. Every other issue that's been discussed on this stage, important, yes, but secondary to that notion of stopping this hemorrhaging by forcing them to balance the budget. Number 2, demand, don't ask, for a fair tax where there are no free riders on the bus. Every American pays. But Mr. Paine, that's not consistent with our welfare state, and it's not humanitarian. Every citizen pays. If they don't have my parole officer, if they don't have the money, then they must commit to community service, but they will pay. Revise a tax code 7 times larger than the Bible and understandable to no one. 4, demand, don't ask. Term limits, get rid of the stench of career politicians. George Washington said, service in the U.S. Congress is a duty, not a career. Get rid of them. 5, and finally, do the very best thing you can do to restore our common bond, to make us all Americans, and declare English as the language of the United States of America. I've been waiting 4 months to read this letter to you. Dear Mr. Paine, my name is Marine Sergeant Kermit McDonald. I am writing to you from the front lines in Afghanistan. I am from the great state of Wisconsin. If you ever get there, sir, please tell my neighbors we're over here giving our blood to fight the enemy without. Please, sir, tell them to stand up and speak out against the enemy within, who are tearing our country apart and making America something it was never intended to be. I was afraid for years to speak out for fear I would be called a racist, bigot, or flag-waving redneck. Today I received a picture of my 2-month-old baby daughter, whom I have never seen. Now, when I look at her, I am afraid of what will happen if I don't speak out. Please, Mr. Paine, tell Wisconsin, tell America, the Marines are protecting your flanks. But for God's sakes, fight America and keep on fighting until you return respect for our Constitution and restored common sense and reason to our national life. Simplify America. America, you're angry. And the elites in Washington are saying, calm down, America. No! We would have said back to them, horse pocky. Your anger is precisely what we need. Your anger is waking up to the fact in their minds they work for us, we don't work for them. Your anger is what caused the birth of this country. It was anger that birthed the civil rights movement. And now it will be your anger that will save America. Lest we forget, it was not speakers like myself, not writers, not artists, not philosophers, not teachers, who gave us our freedom and are continuing to protect it. Would you all please stand and give a rousing standing ovation for our men and women of the armed services all over the country. Would all please remain standing? Please stand back if you would, please. Yes. Everyone standing. Any man or woman in this audience who wore the uniform of the United States of America, please raise your hand and receive our thanks. You have never let us down. God bless you. Take a look at that flag, my dear friends. That was one of the first flags that the United States of America fought under. The words on that flag describe the character of our country. It said, "Don't tread on me." Is it time, Sheboygan, to hoist that battle flag again? Yeah! Then put your programs together and march on City Hall, then march on Washington, until that higher government official who called you a nation of cowards is on his knees begging your forgiveness. My name is Thomas Paine. I'll see you on the steps of the Capitol.